there is a simple, free way to increase search engine optimization for your e-commerce shop. It's simple to set up and integrate with the number one search engine in the world, Google. It's Google Merchant Center. And regardless of the platform you use for e-commerce, your retail shop, you should have an account. So today I'm going to chat with you about the benefits of Google Merchant Center.
Inkyma's Marketing Strategies is a podcast for small business owners hosted by Audrey Kirchner, co-founder and chief marketing strategist at Inkyma, helping you navigate the world of marketing so that you can market your business in the right way, see growth, and thrive regardless of the industry you're in. To learn more about Inkyma and what we do, ask a question, or schedule a marketing evaluation, go to the website inkyma.com. That's INKYMA.com. Listen to the show on your podcast player of choice, the Inkyma website, or the Inkyma YouTube channel. Just search for Inkyma Marketing Strategies and you'll find what you need.
Okay, so as usual, before we get into this, let's talk about a little bit of housekeeping stuff. I'm going to be referencing a lot of previous episodes, a couple of articles, and we've got some product recommendations in here, as well as the rough transcript is in the show notes on the website. So go to Inkyma.com, find the episode, and everything is in there for you. We are partners with many products. We have a software stack we like to use. We go deep into that software stack. And so when we recommend it, it's because we use it or we really like it. And we partner with these companies. So by using our links, we do get a small commission. And think of it as a way of you saying, thanks for all the great free content we're giving you. And please give us more. And we'll keep creating this content for you. No worries. So we know search engine optimization is important. For regular sites, for e-commerce sites, and for e-commerce sites, it's all about the products. So you want to make sure you do your basic mandatory search engine optimization for your e-commerce site. Listen to episodes 22 and 58, where I talk about simple setups for search engine optimization that applies to all websites. And then in episode 58, I talk about the benefits and all the great search engine optimization juice that you get from Google My Business. But today we're going to talk about bumping up, adding a little bit of power booster to that standard search engine optimization. And that's using Google Merchant Center. So what is it? What is this thing? It's the tool that integrates with Google's shopping platform. So what happens is you can put your products directly into Google Merchant Center or sync it with Shopify, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And then what happens is when someone is doing a search, Google uses your Merchant Center information, all the product, the pricing, all that other good stuff, and pulls it into the search so that people can search for it, which is pretty cool. Google doesn't charge you for the Google Merchant Center. How they make their money is with ads, right? That is Google's number one profit revenue generating systems. And I think their philosophy is, because they haven't told me this, but I think that the more free tools they offer to you to help you grow your business, and then you do advertising, the more they're going to get paid. So they grow because you grow and they're giving you the tools for growth, which I think is pretty cool. So now I'm going to walk you through my favorite benefits of Google Merchant Center. I like going through this because this kind of information helps me. There's time, there's effort. Even if there's no cost associated to it, you got to think about this and go, is this worth setting up? And so I'm going to go through why I think this is very important and worth for you to set up for your e-commerce business. First of all, as I mentioned, it's free. You don't pay for the Google Merchant Center or any of your organic juice that you get from it. Where they make their money is in ads. And Google has shopping ads. Going to talk a little bit about that later. The Merchant Center integrates directly with Shopify. So in your Shopify system, you're going to connect your Google Merchant Center, and then anything in your listings that you have set up is going to get pushed out to the Google sphere. So if you're not using Shopify, definitely take a listen to episode 47 where I review Shopify and I give you all the reasons why it's probably the best platform for e-commerce, especially if you're doing really cool, fun things like this and integrations. Like the power in Shopify is definitely in the integrations. So Google Merchant Center, when set up properly, provides organic search for your listings. Organic search means free search, meaning you're not paying anybody anything for when your product shows up in search. And it's not just Google search engine, it's also the Google shopping platform, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about, and the YouTube shopping feed, which as of this recording is in its infancy. So if you go to YouTube and you're watching a video and you look in the right-hand corner and you actually see product listings that you can click on and buy, that is the YouTube shopping feed. Now, for your YouTube channel to qualify, there's a bunch of criteria. Definitely go do some research on it. And if you qualify, it's absolutely well worth setting up for it because people are buying from that. I've actually bought from it. I'm watching a video, someone's helping me, they're selling shirts or something like that. And I click over and boom, I've bought a shirt from this person. So it's pretty cool. You know about Google search, right? We talked about that. The listings come across the top, but Google shopping, that's where even if you do a search for Google shopping, you can actually shop within it. And this is getting bigger and bigger every single day. 85% of all product searches within Google Shopping start with Google Shop or Amazon. And I think slowly but surely, Google is taking over that shop because they want to, right? They're like, why promote Amazon? Let's promote directly. But you're still going to get Amazon at the top there. And so what this does is it increases awareness for your products. Also, there's a 1.91% conversion rate on these searches, right? So you're not blowing the doors off of anything with 1.9, let's call it 2%, so I don't have to keep saying that really long number, but it's a fair amount of sales. And again, it's free, it's organic. So why not take advantage of it? Would you like 2% more sales every month just by adding this to your existing search engine optimization? And then once you set it up, it's done. You don't have to care and feed for it and you're not paying for it. Yes, please. I'd like 2% more. Another cool thing is that you can actually put your promotion codes inside of the Merchant Center. So when your products come up and people are looking at them, the promo codes are right there as well, which is really cool because I know from experience with brands that we work with that those promo codes really drive sales when they see them. There's a certain group of people out there that actually use the Google Shopping to find those promotion codes for specific products when they're trying to buy. So they may look for your product directly, but then they're going to do a Google search for the promotion codes. And if you're using Shopify, you can actually push those promotion codes directly from Shopify so that they're synced up. And using the codes that can be automatically added to checkout creates a better user experience. So like with regular search, there's organic, and then there's paid. And so it's the same thing with shopping. Google Shopping ads will allow you to promote specific products. You can either do one, you can do all of your products in one ad, or you can do multiple shopping ads and break out your different products into categories. You may have products that are really good for one type of target audience, and then some that are good for another. You don't have to mix them. You can do highly targeted marketing with Google ads based off of where they go on the internet, keyword searches, videos that they watch, and then show them specific products that you think that they're going to be interested in. And the Google Shopping ads pull from your Google Merchant Center. So that's how they're connected. And what I love about Google ads is they are very specific in their targeting. And not only do you have search ads, you have display ads, and you have your YouTube ads. So YouTube will put your merchandise up in paid ads from the shopping ads, even if you don't qualify for the organic piece. And then display ads, you get your target audience. If they're on a blog reading an article, they get to see your product and then click through and buy it. So the last one I'm going to share with you, and don't be surprised if you've listened to any of my other episodes, is data, right? I love talking about data because it's really important. And Google Merchant Center does not disappoint when it comes to data. It provides you all of the data for the organic, just like Google Search Console does for your website. So you get impressions, you get clicks, they give you your click-through rate, and you get it down to the product. So you can see which products are being clicked on more than others, what are being clicked through, and then it all gets aggregated up. If you're running Google Shopping ads, it separates that out, right? So you get to see your organic versus your paid, and how they're doing so you can actually compare them. And if you are using a Google Data Studio report, this data can get pulled in. Maybe you're using just Google Analytics for your reporting. That can get pulled in as well. So the way that you pull Google Merchant Center data is through Google Analytics first. And you have to use the GA4 account, not the universal account. And then that data can get pulled in. And because you pull it into Google Analytics, you can pull it into any data platform that you're creating, aggregating using any type of data aggregation tool. We use Supermetrics, pulls in GA4 data beautifully. Now that's all set up. I talk more about that in episode 72 on lead tracking for retail businesses. So definitely go take a listen to that. So hopefully I've inspired you to go, yeah, this is great. I need this too. You figured out what's in it for you. And so now it's going to be worth the time for you to go figure it out and set it up. So let's talk about what your next steps are going to be. If you have Shopify as your storefront, as your e-commerce site, you're going to just simply go and add that sales channel plugin, app, whatever Shopify calls it. I've got those types of names in my head for everything. And from within Shopify, you can actually go and connect it, set it up. I put a link in the show notes for Shopify's directions on how to do this. So go click on that link and you can get their step-by-step tutorial on how to set this up. Just a note, as of September 1st, 2022, not sure when you're listening to this, Google's actually taking over the management of what's called the Google Sales Channel, which is that integration with the merchant account. They're going to be managing it as opposed to Shopify managing it, which means I think the data syncing is going to be much, much better, much, much faster. And who knows, they might actually be adding features. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see if they add features. I'll do another episode and link this back for sure into the show notes. So definitely go check the show notes. And so if you're not using Shopify, check with your platform and see if they have an integration. Just because I don't know doesn't mean it doesn't happen. This is a very big sales channel. So I can't imagine other platforms not integrating with it, but you never know. So you want to definitely see if your platform has an integration. Otherwise, you can go directly to Google Merchant Center and upload your products directly there to get this benefit. It's more work doing it in two different places, but it absolutely can be done so that you can promote and do all those good things. So we are already at final thoughts. This is a short and sweet episode. So let me tell you what I think about all of this, right? So being successful with an e-commerce store is about putting your products where people can find them. So having an e-commerce store just isn't enough anymore. Might have been in the beginning, but now you have competition with secondary selling platforms, other merchants. And so you need to be listed in as many places as possible that you can afford and stand. And the nice thing is that the Google Shopping platform from the organic side is free, right? You're not going to pay anymore for someone to make a sale. You don't have to put extra listings up if you're using a Shopify site. So it's definitely a win. So you definitely want to get that one out of the way. In episode 72, I also talk about secondary selling channels like Etsy, Amazon, and Walmart. If you're on them or if you're considering them, they're great. I don't recommend that they're your primary selling channels, but definitely a secondary selling channel, it creates that awareness. And if you're going to be doing any type of paid advertising with Google, definitely use the Google Shopping ads. The reason I say own your main site first is that Etsy, Amazon, Walmart, all of those guys, they can shut you down at a moment's notice, right? You don't have control. The client list is not yours. If your site gets shut down, you don't have access to those people. So make sure that all your sales and everything get pulled into a center system like Shopify so that at least you have all of that and that you can try to market them directly. I don't believe Amazon gives you the ability to get their email address so that you can market them directly. So that is it for this episode. Go have fun creating your Google Merchant Center account. So here at Inkyma, we love to give back to the business community. I provide a free 45-minute consultation for you to talk about marketing. We can talk about e-commerce. We can talk about Shopify. We can talk about those secondary sales channels, whatever you want to talk about. Just go to the website, Inkyma.com, yma.com. And in the upper right-hand corner, click on the button to schedule a marketing evaluation. Pick your date and time, and we are on the calendar. Maybe you have a quick question. Maybe you have a show suggestion. I love those. Fill out the contact form at the bottom of the pages, and that comes directly to me, and I will respond back to you. We have other free resources for you too. We have Marketing Mastermind, which is our blog and training center. We have articles, we have how-to videos. I love pairing that with these episodes because I will create videos on actually how to do something. So if you're interested in it, and I always put them in the show notes, so definitely go check that out, even if I didn't mention it. So I hope you found today's episode helpful for you to help you move the needle on your e-commerce site. If you did, share it with other retailers, merchants, e-commerce platform owners. If it's helping you, it should help them too. And our goal with the podcast, with all of these other free resources that we create, is to help the business community grow and thrive. Thanks so much for listening, and have an amazing day.